Shalom, giving honor and praise to the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. Want to sit there and go, brothers and sisters, and explain and expound about this teaching that they have going around, teaching that it is okay, basically, to rape. Let's first of all understand that rape is a part of oppression. And in light of that, let's go now to Exodus 23, verse 9. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. We are in Leviticus 25, 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God. I am the Lord your God. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24, 14. And it reads as follows. Thou shalt not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within your gates. Ezekiel 18, verse 7. And it says, Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 7 reads as follows. And hath not oppressed any, but hath restored to the depth of his pledge, hath spoiled none by violence, hath given his bread to the hungry, and hath covered the naked with a garment. Brothers and sisters, what we read in Exodus 23 teaches us that we're not supposed to oppress strangers. What we read in Leviticus 25, verse 17, teaches us that we're not supposed to oppress one another. Deuteronomy chapter 24 says we're not supposed to oppress a stranger or our brother. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 7, basically, to use the layman terms, congratulates those and speaks well of those who do not oppress their people. So now, remembering that rape is part of oppression, there is no way that the scriptures is going to condone, congratulate, or command rape. And there will be a part later on this week, Most High bless, that this type of subject will be dealt with. But suffice it at this very moment to say that the Hebrew word lakwak, shakab, ina, or tapas, none of those words mean rape. The Hebrew word achaz, kazak, also as stated, tapas, or shakab, none of those words mean rape. So we're going to get into that subject later on in another presentation. But for suffice it right now, just want to sit there and point out that oppression is frowned upon in the culture of Israel, be it Israel doing it to the strangers or to their very own people. Let's go, if we will, to Jeremiah chapter 23. We're going to start in verse 21. We in the book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 21. And it reads as follows, so we can gain an understanding concerning this. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doings. So we can see, brothers and sisters, this is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 21 to verse 22. But if they had stood in my counsel, it's the Most High speaking, personal matter, my counsel, and had caused my people to hear my words. If you are a representative of the Most High, speaking in the name of the Most High, it is incumbent upon you to cause the people to turn from their wickedness and return back to the ways of the Most High. Raping is not part of the ways of the Most High. Oppressing your brothers and sisters and the stranger is not part of the ways of the Most High. So let that be noted and understood. All right? Now, brothers and sisters, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3, so we can gain an understanding concerning this kind of matter. Thus saith the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. So, what's being stated right here, brothers and sisters, is that Israelites, unfortunately, even from the ancient times, have been following leaders, teachers, prophets that have not caused Israel to return back to the ways of the Most High. It says that they follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Bear that in mind as we go on in this presentation. Let's go. Keep your hand there if you care to. And let's go to Isaiah. We'll go to Isaiah chapter 9 so we can gain understanding concerning this situation. We are in the book of the prophet Isaiah, the 9th chapter. And we're going to start in verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So you have it to where in Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter, it is speaking about the people who were not sent by the Most High, but they ran. The Most High did not tell them to speak, but they winded up speaking and trying to prophesy. Then when we go in Ezekiel chapter 13, it speaks about how the Israelites, their prophets are like foxes in the desert or foxes in ruins in certain cases. And that's exactly what has happened with many of the leaders, the seers, the teachers inside of congregations. In this particular case, I'm speaking in reference about the concept and the teaching that it is okay to be a rapist and to basically be an oppressor. It is not correct for the children of Israel to rape anyone. So let that be noted and understood. You understand? And as stated, Most High bless, we're going to go over a particular subject concerning this matter later on this week, getting further in depth within the Hebrew and the history concerning this matter. But Most High bless, let it suffice for now that we're going to go over these couple of scriptures and show how it is impossible for that kind of ideology to be taught as if it's righteousness. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, if we will. We are in Deuteronomy chapter 18. We're going to start in verse 20. And it says the following, so we can gain an understanding concerning this. But the prophet, which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if ye say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? Verse 22, important. When a prophet speaks in the name of the Most High, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Most High hath not spoken. But the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. So, in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 20 to 22, it speaks about how the Israelite people were to know if the word of the Most High came to a particular prophet. The Most High said, the way you will know is that if the thing that they said doesn't come to pass, that is the thing that the Most High has not spoken to that particular person. So when you had Israelites, some of them being the same teachers that are teaching that it's okay to be a rapist, brothers and sisters, were teaching back in the last century, the 1990s, that Israel will be delivered in the year 2000, that Israel will be back in their land. The nations will be servants to the Israelites, and Esau will be destroyed. There were Israelites that were teaching that, and they gave a date to that. That date that they're speaking of was the year 2000, and that has not happened. It says what? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Most High, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Most High hath not spoken. So I want to sit there and let this be seen, so that way there won't be no misunderstanding. I'm not speaking or reading out my own heart. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, which I said at the Most High, because there's none higher than the Lord, Yah, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. So that way we can begin to see what happened. When people gave that year 2000 date, they were speaking presumptuously. Because it's now the year 2015, and Israel is still in the land of their captivity. Esau is still running the land of Israel. The Ishmaelites, in this particular case, the Nabateans, the Arabs to a certain extent, are over in the land of Israel. So you got Esau and Ishmael still fighting in the true homeland of the true Israelites. So the prophecies in Ezekiel have not come to pass yet. But you had teachers teaching that in the year 2000, that America will be destroyed in the Third World War by thermonuclear destruction. That has not happened. Your false prophets. It says, thou shalt not be afraid of him. The man is not speaking in the name of the Most High in truth. He's a deceiver. The people that's out there teaching you and not going according to the word of the Most High, they're like the foxes in the desert that will sit there and tell you that it is okay to go and be a rapist while you're standing in New York City, where even though we're in Babylon, rape is a felony and nobody comes to check you on that. You are given a clearance to speak about oppressing your own people, that there will be white women with black men in the kingdom to come, and that the black women will not be part of the kingdom that the Most High spoke of in Obadiah. You don't want the daughters of your own people, and you teach that it is okay to rape women, which is not according to the scriptures. As stated, the word laquak, tapas, ina, or the word shakab, none of those words mean rape. Okay, so let that be noted and understood. There's a video, blessed be the Most High, that I did. It is entitled, and it's on my YouTube channel. It is entitled, Hebrews Not to Rape. And that was posted earlier this month, earlier in the month of June. And it is made so that way the understanding and the concept that it is okay to be a rapist can be dismantled. You understand? Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. It says, if a man finds a damsel that is a virgin, that is not betrothed, and take hold of her, and lie with her, and they be found, the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. He may not put her away, divorce her for all his life, and she shall become his wife. It's very important words to be noted. It says, and they be found. If you read Deuteronomy 22, verse 28 carefully, it doesn't mention, as it does in verse 24 or in verse 27, about her crying out, or whether or not she was in the city or whether or not she was in the field. That didn't matter in verse 28 about her crying out or the location of her being in the city or the field, because it says in Deuteronomy 22, verse 28, and they be found. The fact that it says they be found means that they didn't want to be found, but it got exposed. That means it was consensual. Because if it was not consensual, she would have cried out. So it is not okay, brothers and sisters, to be a rapist in the house of Israel. They that are led of them are destroyed. Isaiah 9:16. These teachers, many of them, are false prophets and liars. Shalom.